What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the most wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. So in this episode, I'm going to give my thoughts on how I would have liked to see a Man of Steel franchise play out. Now, of course, I want a shared universe for DC like the next person. So my idea would always be part of a shared universe. But I'm just going to lay out the game plan for 4 Superman movies and one story arc for Superman, basically, that threads throughout all 4 movies. Of course, there would be other storylines in a Justice League movie or a Batman vs. Superman movie or whatever. But this is just laying out 4 Superman movies. Alright, the first one would be Man of Steel. I like that title because he's not Superman yet. I think that's great. And it should be close to the first Superman movie. The first, Man of Steel. I have a few changes that I would make. I would focus in on Clark Kal-El's journey a little bit more, about him learning how to use his powers safely and responsibly. I think that should have been the bulk of the first half of the movie, whether it be through flashbacks, through real time, a combination of both. Definitely should have been about that. And it was, but it wasn't. It was a little mishmash, a little all over the place. I like Man of Steel as a movie, so don't get me wrong. It was definitely a good movie. I wouldn't call it great. Could have been great, but it was good. The action was great. And the story was good. All right. So Zod definitely should have been the villain. 100% should have been the villain. Handled just the way he was. Just fine. Casting and everything. Lois, I hate when they feel the need to throw the female into the action, just to prove that she's more than just a girlfriend or a set piece or whatever. You can have a female be tough and witty and control the room and be the boss in every room without having her actually have to get in on the action all the time. Their contact in this movie, the first one, Man of Steel, Clark and Lois's contact should have been very limited. He should have saved her once or twice, and at the very end, they should have met each other at the Bugle or something like that. That's it. There shouldn't have been too much contact between them. She should have been in it and had a separate storyline, a story she's chasing, having to do with Lex, preferably. Whatever. I just didn't like the way they went with her story arc, and I don't think Amy Adams was really right for the role. I love her. I love her acting, but I don't think she's right for Lois. For some reason, I can't really pinpoint it. Anyway, so definitely have Zod. There should have been Lex. Now, I'm not saying you had to have him, Lex Luthor, in the movie, which it would have been nice to have 1 or 2 scenes of a Lex, sure, but just have a representative of his. Have him a presence of Lex Luthor felt, other than a LexCorp truck, a LexCorp building. That's not enough. Excuse me. His presence should have been felt, and we also should have gotten a hint. You don't even have to say what it is, nothing. A hint of kryptonite in the first movie. 100%. Those things should have been in that movie. Alright, so that's basically the first one. Plays out mostly like the Man of Steel, because I don't have many complaints about that film. Then you got Man of Steel 2, which I guess I would call Superman, because in this one, he's actually going to be Superman. Now, rather than how he was portrayed in Batman vs. Superman, where he's still dark, still brooding, still sulky, in this next one, you have him a little bit more upbeat. You have him a little bit more... even though he's saddened by having to kill Zod and go against what his father would have wanted him to do, his father meaning Jonathan Kent, not necessarily Jor-El. So, you still have that sad side of him, but he's a more positive, more hopeful hero, right? So the first one, I forgot to touch on this. He's really trying to find his hero, find himself as a hero. And then by the end, Zod forces him to be a hero, right? And then in this one, he is a hero, but now he's trying to be accepted by the people because now they know about him. They're scared about the damage he caused. They're weary of this alien being that could crush any of them like a bug. So in the second one, it's really about his struggle to find acceptance. The first one, he's trying to find this place and become, and find his hero. And the second one, he's found this place, but now he needs to get accepted by the masses, not just acceptance within himself. Right? First one more of a solo journey. Second one a little bit wider than that. Right? A little broader. So the villains in the second movie, I feel, should have been Lex. Full out Lex, but we don't know he's a villain. It's not the clear-cut villain where everybody knows it from the beginning. He's playing behind the scenes. Some people don't trust him. Most people do. Most people love him, right? And he has kryptonite. And now we learn what it is. We get it fleshed out. Not just some quick bing bang thing like they did in Batman vs. Superman, where all of us super fans knew everything about kryptonite, but the average person is kind of, what's going on, right? So you flesh it out. You have kryptonite actually be kind of a villain in the second Man of Steel. And I like the idea of Metallo, having Lex kind of take this amputee and kind of turn him into this half cyborg creature with the kryptonite. That's awesome to me. And then boom, that's your second movie. You have him and Lois now. You've a better representation of Clark Kent, because there is no Clark Kent basically in the DCU currently. It's the same person, Superman and Clark. So you have Clark Kent too, a little bit of a clumsy kind of bumbling reporter. Doesn't have to be as silly as some portrayals have made him. But you have him where you see Kal-El actively trying to be human or appear to be human. I love that. Great for the second movie. Him and Lois, no relationship budding. She's obviously attracted to Superman. We'll have some contact there. Maybe even a kiss. Definitely a kiss by the second movie. But her and Clark, no sparks there. Okay. So, of course, Metallo gets defeated. Lex, is still in the shadows. I don't even think it's going to be clear to Kal-El that Lex was behind it. But I think he's going to be suspicious. I like that. I like that play right there. And then you would probably have some movies. That's the end of the second one. Then you probably have a couple movies in between, but like I said, I'm not going to talk about those. Now you got the third movie, the third Superman. What it would be called, I have no idea, okay? But we'll just call it Superman 3, and not the one with Richard Pryor. God rest his soul. Okay, so then the third one is now Superman is basically accepted by most people after some time and everything that's going on. Most people accept him. Lex absolutely hates him. He doesn't trust him. He basically Lex is used to winning. And the first time Lex has ever lost in his life was in Superman 2, Man of Steel 2, when Kal-El took out Metallo, right? Destroyed Metallo and almost put Lex out into the public as a villain. So Lex is hating Superman more and more every day. Now, he has tech from Zod's ship. Took a callback all the way to the first movie, which is always good. Now, part of that tech is the computer, which kicks on by itself. It's Brainiac. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, every movie you're going to have Lex and something else. Nah, this movie we're going to change it up for the third movie. Instead of it being Lex is the hardcore behind the strings, Brainiac is going to be pulling Lex's strings. And they're going to use Superman's DNA to create Bizarro. A lot of people won't like that because Bizarro is supposed to come from another dimension, whatever. But we're going to change it up and make it a little bit more grounded. Lex, with the help of Brainiac, are going to create Bizarro. The big hardcore threat for Superman. He's going to go up against Bizarro, beat the shit out of him, of course. Then it's going to fall out to him having to go up against Brainiac. He's going to destroy Brainiac, but probably not really, because Brainiac will come back sometime in the future. in, you know, maybe another Justice League movie or something. That would be awesome. Brainiac pulling the strings in the Justice League. And then we have Superman knowing that Lex is part of it now because Brainiac put Lex out there, shitted on Lex, betrayed Lex, made Lex feel less than nothing. And Superman sees this. Lex at his most vulnerable. So now Superman beat Lex twice, embarrassed him in front of his people, maybe not in front of the masses, but in front of his people. And now he's known to Superman to be a villain. Boom. Superman's arc, he's a hero, he's accepted by everybody, but with Bizarro and Brainiac, they're going to shit on Superman's name. Bizarro's going to go out there and do all types of wreck, all types of dirt, all over the place. And Superman his name's going to get tarnished. And he's going to have to prove to everybody again that it wasn't him and he's still the hero that he is. I know I skipped around a little bit there, but I'm sure you still follow me. So then by the end of that movie, Lois knows who Clark is, knows that he's Superman. They're in a relationship by the end of the movie, all happy, all good. Then, of course, we'd have time skip, probably some more movies in between. And then we'd have Superman 4, The Death of Superman. Amazing. Once again, Lex has something to do with the creation of Doomsday. So the whole first half of the movie is Superman and Doomsday. Boom. That ends. They both die. Lex is out on top now, on top of the world. And he's taking shit over. And Superman comes back to life. However, I forgot how it is in the comics, but, you know, we'd figure that one out, right? So Superman comes back, and he, you know, goes after Lex now, and I say we have Lex with the super suit, and I'm liking another threat. I'm thinking maybe Lobo comes to Earth to collect and hunt Superman. And so you have Superman comes back to life, and then you have him going against Lobo, him going against Lex in the power suit, and of course he destroys everybody, and that's that. But in the middle of the movie, when you have the Superman funeral, now that you have a fleshed out universe, by the time you're up to Superman 4, you've had other movies, Batmans and Flashes and Cyborgs and Wonder Womans and Aquamans and Justice Leagues. So now you can have this collective of superheroes at his funeral, all these actors in one place. Why not? Marvel did it with with Civil War. They're doing it with Infinity War. You could do it for the death of Superman. Have all these guys come back, and these ladies, for the funeral and all that of Superman. It would be absolutely amazing. You can still keep it going. You can be part of a cinematic universe. And I really wish this was the way they went. You have classic, iconic Superman villains. You have a great story for Lex, where you see his hatred grow in every movie for Superman. This fucking Kryptonian bastard. Like, he just hates him. Nothing but contempt. Nothing but loathe and hatred for Superman. And you see it grow in each movie. Just as on the flip side, you see Superman, you see Kal-El, his hero grow and grow in every movie. Where he goes to trying to find himself to be a hero, to starting to become that hero and proving it to everybody else, to being that hero and losing it for a moment, to actually dying where everyone loses hope in that their hero is gone, to being reborn, a hero new. Perfect story arc. It's too bad they didn't go that route. Alright, that's about it on this video. I am probably going to do some more. I'll probably do one maybe on Batman. I'll do one maybe on all the major characters. We'll see how it goes. So if you like the video, you want to hear more, you want to see me make more of these videos, definitely hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Just show me some love down there. If you didn't like it, sound off too. I know you guys like to speak your mind also. I don't mind. I love to engage the conversations. Let's just get a good dialogue going, man. I've been pumping out videos pretty consistently now, and I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to work at it, and I'm trying to make a family between me and you guys. I want to make some friends here. So hit me up. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. And like I said, if you like it, I'll definitely make some more of these with some more of the DC characters because I got tons of ideas. I hope I didn't babble or ramble on too much, and I hope I was easy to understand. Once again, it was nice talking to you, and I will see you next time. You have a good night.